Have you ever wondered why it's so much easier to sell to your friends and your family and people you know rather than to find random strangers online and convert them into paying customers? Well, today I will be teaching you the three main things that you need to know in order to start turning those strangers into paying customers. Welcome back to another episode of Unedited, where we talk about all things sales, marketing, and mindset. My name is Lauren Nelson, and I am your favorite sales and marketing coach. And like I mentioned, today we're going to be breaking down the core of what it means to build your personal brand online. Now, one of the biggest problems that I've been seeing with a lot of you guys is that, you start your business and for the first month, it goes really well, right? You're like, I'm making sales. This is becoming really easy for me. This is my thing. You feel like you got it all figured out, right? You over here calculating what you're going to be making in the next year, next 10 years. You're like, based off of what I have right now, I'm going to be a millionaire by the end of the year. Now, the thing that I want you to understand is that while that month goes amazing, right? Your mama buying from you, your friends, your granny, your aunties, everybody is buying from you and supporting you, and you have that momentum. Once that momentum dies down, it's important to understand what to do next. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So I know, like I said, a lot of you guys go through that period where the momentum is high, you just get started, and you believe things are going well. But then after you have that really high, you feel like everything is going your way, you hit a really low. And it's because you don't know how to build more momentum. You don't know how to take those strangers and build those relationships with them the same way you did with the people who bought from you originally. So let's get into the three things that will help you learn how to start cultivating those relationships, because really at the end of the day, business is all about relationship. And the reason why you were able to have a very successful month was because you had relationship with all of those people, right? And so the three things we're going to be focusing on are know, like, and trust. And without these three things, people will not buy from you. So let's go ahead and break them down. The first one is know. The core concept of know, in my personal opinion, is consistency, right? Consistency in showing up. People cannot buy from you if they don't know you, right? People who don't know you won't know that they should trust you. People who don't know you won't know if they should like you because they don't have the option to, right? So the first thing that you need to make sure that you're doing is being consistent. Being consistent with your content, being consistent with your messaging, being consistent with how you show up. All of those things matter. When people know you, it opens up so many other doors. And especially on social media, it's so easy to get people to know you, right? Because we have organic reach. We have these algorithms pushing our content out so that new people can know us, right? And so as you're building your personal brand, this is something very important to consider. And let me just preface the rest of this conversation with you guys, just so you know exactly who I'm speaking to. This is for the people, for the business owners who are using their personal brand to sell and market online. Okay, again, how you market with your personal brand and using your face is a whole lot different than just using a product or service's brand and mission and story to sell itself. Two completely separate things because the person is involved, right? And so getting back to what we were talking about, again, the first factor in order to start converting these strangers into paying customers is to have them know you. Okay, and we can dive a little bit deeper into that a little bit later on, maybe in another video, but I want to make sure you get all three of these for today. The second one is like. People do not buy from people they do not like. People do not buy from companies they do not like. So you need to get people to like you. How do you do that? By being authentically you, right? I made a video a while ago about authentic marketing, And this is one of the key pieces to setting yourself apart from every other company, every other business owner out here, right? Is being authentically you. Because when you're authentically you, you're able to attract the people who are also like you. Now, keep in mind, I used this example before, but depending on how you decide to show up will determine who you will attract. And a good example of this is for the people who participate in lifestyle marketing, right? They just show their life, how great it is. You know, they really rarely show themselves, but they paint this picture for people who are aspiring to have the nice lavish cars, to always be going out doing all these things. You know, they attract people who want quick wins, aren't willing to invest the time and energy, and they like to flash. They like to prove themselves to everybody. They like to do things for approval, right? However, if you're on the other side of that and you're being authentically you, you want to show up, you want to provide value, you stress the importance of hard work, you stress the importance of doing your due diligence, you're going to attract people who align with that as well. Okay, right? You will attract the people who are in alignment with your values and your morals. And so it's important that as you start being consistent and get people to know you, that you allow people to get to know the real you so that they can like the real you, right? Imagine allowing people to get to know somebody who isn't you, the fake you. And then all of a sudden, one day you decide you want to start showing up as a real you. You'll have this huge audience of people who only know the fake you. And now when you start acting like yourself, they won't like you because it isn't in alignment. So just keep in mind that you want people to like you, but you want them to like the real you. Also, another important thing under the like factor is that in order to have people like you, the relationship has to be mutual, right? So you have to be giving value. You have to be doing the educating. You have to give an equal exchange of anything to get anything in return. A lot of business owners I see, they just go straight in for the ask. They don't provide any value. They just think that if they sell and tell people we got a discount, that they're doing something good, right? But really, when we look at business as relationships, we will know that it requires time. It requires us to get to know our customers. It requires us to give before we get anything in return. And again, this leads us into our last point, which is trust. Know, like, trust. When you start showing up as an authority, when you start giving value, when you start building those relationships and getting people to know you, the real you, then people will begin to trust you. And when people trust you, they will buy from you, right? When was the last time you bought from a brand that you didn't trust, right? And let's talk about ways that trust can be built. The first way we can build trust, or we can have people trust us, is through reviews and testimonials, right? When you go on Amazon, the first thing you go to look at are the reviews. Okay, this product looks nice, but let me see what the reviews are talking about, because we don't have a face to correlate. We don't have a person we can trust on Amazon. So all we can trust are what people are saying. But when you build relationship and you continuously pour into your communities over time, you build a strong level of trust, right? You build a certain level of credibility. So whether you have the reviews or not, people will trust that what you are giving is valuable. And obviously the reviews will just be a confirmation for them in order to take that next step with you, in order to make that final purchase. But it's important to understand that all three of these things are necessary in order to start converting these people into sales. So that was the gist of today's message. I want to keep it short and sweet because these will be little daily drop-ins for you guys as we go throughout the year. But I am curious, what are some things you want to learn more about in regards to sales and marketing? I'm really wanting to tailor each one of these messages to things that you guys need to know. And yeah, let me know down below in the comment section. And then also for those of you who are working to build out your personal brand, you're wanting to, develop stronger and more efficient strategies. You want to get clear on what your messaging is so that you can pitch confidently to your audience and start converting those people or your audience into sales. Then I want to invite you into my PCP, which is my private coaching program, where it is a fully customizable program tailored directly to your needs. I teach you how to sell and market online so that you can communicate effectively to your audience through video, through captions, through carousels, whatever you need so that you can succeed and start creating content that converts. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, be sure to click the link down below to book a free discovery call just so we can see if we're a good match. I only have, what's this month? January. I'm only having 5 available spaces for this. So yeah, please go ahead and book your call now because it's first come, first serve. And then once we get through this month, we will be preparing for the big launch of my newest sales training program, or should we call it the Sales Academy? I'm so excited. It's going to be great. I'm putting all my love into this, y'all. I've been working on it for a very long time, and it's about to be absurd. Okay. So with that being said, again, if you're interested in the PCP private coaching program, click the link down below to book a free discovery call, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you so much. Bye.